Automotive Classic here at Bethel College today. It's the 22nd ranked Pilots against the visiting and 10th ranked IU East Red Wolves. It's a big matchup today, Connor, but the Red Wolves are not perfect on the season. Two losses already.
Including one last night against the Goshen Maple Leafs.
Yeah, Goshen, a team in the Crossroads League. We know how tough this league can be. You and I just saw Goshen's game wrap up against Michigan Dearborn, who the Pilots did beat last night, if you didn't catch that game. And in that game last night, the Pilots did give up one big game to one player. Xavier Crawford had 31 points, but Clay Yo turned in his best performance of the season. Why don't you touch on that?
Yeah, he looked great. He hasn't been really shooting the jump shot very well so far this season, but last night he got to fall a couple times, and it looked really good. They were able to run some plays with him in the post where he was able to pass out of that, and, yeah, he looked great. His best game of the season by far. Yeah.
Clay Yo looked like his old self last night. Gajot did struggle a little bit, but they played fantastic defense on him. So definitely look for him to get going this afternoon. And for the Pilots, again last night, past Clay Yo, team effort.
Oh, yeah, a couple guys scored. You got multiple guys pushing double digits, which is just really helpful. They can't focus in on one player, and getting contributions all across the board has been key for the Pilots so far.
You won the player of the game matchup last night, Jordan Kuhn. So you get to go first.
I'm going to take Caleb Ochin, starting point guard for the Pilots so far this year. He's a spark plug offensively. He's leading the conference in steals right now. I don't think you can argue against him.
It's tough to argue against that. I'm going to go with freshman Paul Foreman, starting again tonight at the 4 spot. Certainly has had a great season so far. Him and Luke Fisher trading in and out for each other. You can kind of pick one or the other. I'm going to pick Paul. Now we're going to throw it down to the public address announcer for the national anthem and the opening prayer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this time history, please rise to the podium with your guests. Bethel College's Director of Tennis, Mr. John Vitale, leads us in this afternoon's opening prayer.
Let's pray. Dear Lord, we thank you for this day. We thank you for the gift of life. We thank you for the opportunity to assemble here this afternoon watching the basketball. We ask your blessings upon the athletes, keep them safe and free from injury. In all our actions and words, Lord, let's glorify you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Thank you. Thanks for your standings in honor America and those who serve to protect our great country with the singing of the Star-Spangled Banner. Today's national anthem will be performed by Bethel College's Eva Marie Young.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam?
And one guard, a 6'6" senior from Cocoa, Indiana, wearing number 4, Houston Clark. And another guard, a 6'2" sophomore from Fort Wayne, Indiana, number 5, Jacoby Claypool. And a 4, a 6'8" senior from Martinsville, Indiana, number 20, Jason Ray. And a guard, a 6'1" junior from New Madison, Ohio, number 22, Kyle Penninger. And a guard, a 6'7" sophomore from Indianapolis, Indiana, number 32, Lucas Hoffman. Head coach of the Red Wolves is Mark Kester.
Welcome back, folks. Here we go. Bethel College, 22nd in the country. IU East Red Wolves, 10th in the country. For the Pilots on the tip, it'll be Gage Ott. For the Red Wolves, it will be, pardon me while we get the rosters here, folks. Got a new team in town. Number 4, Houston Clark, and the Pilots have won the tip to Caleb Oetgen. Clayo now working around. He's just going to pull up and take a 3. He's got it. That's a great start for Clayo.
Wow. Where's that been all season?
Hopefully that is a sign of things to come today. This would be a huge victory for the Pilots early on in this season.
Yeah, trying to prove himself with a little bit of a different look this season, losing a couple key guys, but hopefully they'll go to rebound. They work the press a lot more than they ever did before. And that's a travel there.
That's number 32, Lucas Huffman, on the travel. He was trying to work his way around Clay, and Clay stood his ground.
Good to see. Pilots causing a ton of turnovers so far this season.
Back up the floor now is Caleb Oetgen for the Pilots over to Travis Smith. Clayo now kicking it over to Caleb Oetgen. Oetgen trying to go down low, and Paul Foreman tried to save it, couldn't, and it'll go right back to the Red Wolves. Inbounding it will be Houston Clark. And bringing it up the floor is number 5, Jacoby Claypool. Over to Clark now. Clark trying to get the offense set, looking for some help. He gets it back to Claypool. Travis Smith right on him. Gets a screen. He's going to pull up and shoot. No good. Gage out on the rebound. And back up the floor come the Pilots. Here comes Clay.
Good defense.
Trying to make a move, almost loses it. They're able to get it back into Paul. Strong take. Comes up empty on the shot.
Looked to me like he was fouled, but no call.
Pippinger, and folks, maybe some of you Pilot fans recognize Pippinger as he's fouled by Gage Ott, transferring in from Huntington University. So the Pilots have seen him the last couple of years.
Yeah, you know, he was the star player over there at Huntington, but this year over at IU East, he's a starter, hasn't been leading the team in scoring like he was used to over at Huntington. So hopefully the Pilots will be able to contain him a little bit better this year.
And he comes up empty with his first free throw. So 8:24 left in the first half, just a 3-0 game. The only made basket, a Clayo 3, as Pippinger will try to get his team on the board, and he will there. Back come the Pilots. Caleb Ochen bringing them up the floor. Gonna wrap it around to Travis Smith. Trav looking for a screen. He's gonna dump it down. Paul's gonna go up, and a block down low. He will be shooting two. The foul there on number 20, Jason Ray.
Travis Smith talking to his team a little bit there, trying to get him organized, not happy with what he saw in that possession. And the Pilots have really struggled from the free throw line so far this season. This has been a major deficit in their offensive repertoire. First one's up and good for Paul, though.
Good to see Paul hit that. We talked about it a lot last night, but giving credit to the Pilots down the stretch when they were getting fouled a lot to try to lengthen the game. They did hit all their free throws late, so that was a nice thing to see. And Paul hits 1 of 2, and that is off of Clark. Nice play.
Yeah, good hustle there by Gage.
Ott.
Attaboy.
Right into the game is Luke Fisher now. Paul Foreman going to take a seat.
Coach Lightfoot almost seems to use them interchangeably as more energy guys off the bench, keep fresh legs in there. That's fine, that's fine. Take that long and bounce pass, just get it in.
Trav now bringing it back over. Caleb Ochen trying to get something started. He's going to go to Gage. Trav back to Gage.
Oh,
and he gets it blocked away. Great play by Clark. Gage, the offensive rebound, though, out to Clay. No good, but Luke, another offensive rebound for the Pilots, and they'll reset. Caleb Ochen in the corner. Trying to drive, bounce pass. Nice pass, Clay. Yo!
Let's go!
One-handed jam! And the Pilots lead 6-1.
Great hustle by Luke, keeping that play alive.
The pass from Ochen, and Clay Yo took advantage. And that'll get the crowd fired up. Pass down low. Back out to Clark. Clark trying to reset. Up to Pippinger. Gets a screen. Looking to make a move. And tipped away.
Nice play, Clay.
Huffman able to get it back, and he's firing up a 3. No good. Travis on the rebound. Travis looking to push. Trying to cut through. That's a foul. Yep, Clark kind of got stuck in no man's land. He was trying to trail his man and just happened to run into Travis.
Yeah. Travis not afraid of taking contact, despite the fact he's one of the smaller guys out there.
No, he looks for contact. He tries to do whatever he can, really, to get in the other team's head and frustrate them. And drawing fouls is certainly one of those things. Here comes Caleb right down the lane. Off the glass, no good, but Gage the putback on the offensive rebound.
They're dominating the offensive boards right now. That's 3 or 4 offensive rebounds in the opening 3 minutes of this game.
Pippinger now down low, back out to Pippinger. He's going to fire up a 3, and he...
Air ball. That'll be Pilot's ball.
That did not look comfortable from Pippinger.
No, he looked a little out of rhythm on that shot.
And Houston Clark going to take a seat now into the game. A freshman, Aaron Thomas, for the Red Wolves, and he gets the pleasure of guarding Gage Ott as he checks in. Over to Travis. Travis trying to get a screen, didn't really get it. Now Clay. Over to Gage, Gage back to Trav. Trav trying to get down the lane. Pippinger all over him, and a foul called.
Like I said, looking for contact. And it looks like Jordan Kuhn and Paul Foreman will be checking back in for the Pilots here. Jordan's been a key man for the Pilots off the bench so far this season.
He's done anything they've asked of him and then some.
Yeah. Really a starting caliber player in the Crossroads League coming off the bench there. Gage will take a seat.
And if Trav makes this free throw, we will see Jordan Kuhn. And he comes up short, so lineup will stay the way it is for now as Jacoby Claypool brings it back up the floor. Claypool driving down the lane.
Nice drive. Travis not too happy with that call. Thought it was offensive, but he will be chalked up for his first foul.
Claypool will be shooting 2. That will get Jordan Kuhn into the game for the Pilots. Claypool hits both his freebies, so it's now 9-3, 16 minutes left in the first half, and back come the Pilots. Clay Yo trying to get past Huffman. Dribble move, step back jumper, comes up a little short.
Nice look though. That'll be over the back on Caleb Ocean. Got a little over-eager.
Grinning like a young child caught with their hand in the cookie jar on that one, but he know what he did.
And the Red Wolves have yet to score a field goal here so far. All 3 points coming at the free throw line.
Yeah, certainly. The defense from the Pilots has looked good early on, and they have looked just tenacious offensively. Like you touched on, the offensive rebounds have been huge.
Yeah, in the first 4 minutes here of this game, 3 fouls on each team already. So there's been some contact, nothing dirty so far, but that's definitely something to keep an eye on.
And well, what better of a start could you ask for out of Clay Yo? The 3 gets it going, and then the monster slam.
Yeah, that'll get the crowd fired up. That's a crowd pleaser.
Yeah, and that's something, I mean, we talked about it last night, we talked about it a lot, but Clay always trying to get the crowd involved, and another great student section here today for this one as we come to the first media timeout. Just under 16 minutes left, a 9-3 advantage for the Pilots over 10th ranked IU East, and the Red Wolves have not looked clean offensively.
No, not so far. I'm sure they'll warm up here a little bit, get in the groove. But so far, the Pilots have been disruptive and honestly have had more possessions than the Red Wolves due to those offensive rebounds. More chances to score.
Into the game now for the Red Wolves is number 0, Dominique Williams, and number 10, Vasha Davis. Jacoby Claypool getting past Jordan Kuhn. Nice pass, and Williams couldn't handle it.
You do not see Jordan Kuhn get outrun very often.
No, he went right past him.
Beat him right up the floor there. That was impressive. While maintaining ball control.
Gage Ott back into the game as Luke Fisher takes a seat.
Mike Lightfoot using his subs early and often here today.
Wrapping it around now, Jordan Kuhn. Kuhn going to pull up, and wow, Aaron Thomas, what an athletic play.
Yeah.
Just met him at the top of his jump shot, blocked it away.
Effortless.
Davis gets it to Huffman. Huffman trying to make a move. Paul Foreman on him. Sticks with him. They get it back to Thomas, wrap it back around. Davis over to Claypool. Claypool's going to pull up, and that's a...
He's fouled. A little bit of a late foul there. Got him on the way down. Wasn't able to convert the jump shot, but
they call it on Jordan Kuhn.
Claypool will be headed to the line when he shoots some free throws. And the first one from Claypool is up and no good. It's a 9-3 ball game here. 15 minutes, 17 seconds left here to go in the first half.
No matter what Claypool does here, the Red Wolves will still have not made a field goal in the first 5 minutes of this one as Juwan checks in for Paul Foreman.
Yeah, it's not ideal. Coach Mark Hester over there at IU East has to be a little concerned with his team's offensive looks here so far.
Well, one of the big reasons they lost last night, 3 of 26 beyond the arc. And That is never a recipe for success, and so far here today, they have not hit any shots.
9-point ball game, missing 23 looks from beyond the arc. Not great.
Nice play there. Two-man game between Jordan Kuhn and Gage Ott. Ott got a great look at the basket and finished.
Those two have some great chemistry.
Huffman looking to make a play. Kicking it back out Davis. Davis is going to pull up for a jumper. That'll go, and there's their first field goal of the game, and it makes this an 11-6 ball game. Pilots leading. Caleb Oetjen going to give it up to Jordan Kuhn. Kuhn looking for some help.
Juwan Carpenter checked in there last time. Bang out down low.
Caleb back up to Smooth. Smooth looking for somebody. Caleb's going to step into a 3-ball. He's got it!
If you're going to leave somebody open, you don't want it to be Caleb Oetjen.
No, he has not been hot yet this season, but he definitely has a great shot from outside, and we saw it right there. Asha Davis now trying to answer. He can't, but an offensive rebound to Huffman. He's going to put it right back up, and he'll score.
That's too easy. Pilots trying to run in transition, kind of lost track of their men there defensively.
Travis Smith now tried to sneak a pass into Gage Ott.
Forced it.
Back comes Jacoby Claypool.
He's fast.
Davis going to pull up again. Why not? Same spot as he did last time.
Got to put a hand in his face. That's bad.
All of a sudden, it is 14-10. And almost lost by Caleb Oetjen. He's able to get it up to Jordan Kuhn, who takes a screen. And an ill-advised pass there. Up ahead, Vasha Davis. Caleb Oetjen tried to get back. Nice play.
That's good. Disrupt the easy basket.
He got in front of him, and Davis went right off of his own leg and out of bounds.
Yeah, like we said earlier, the Pirates have caused a lot of turnovers this season, but they didn't really have to force that one. It just kind of happened.
Caleb Oetjen now bringing it back up the floor. Giving it up to Jordan Kuhn.
Some stingy defense from Claypool.
Travis Smith now over to Oetjen. Nice pass down low, and it comes back out to him. He's looking for a screen from Ott. He gets it. He pulls up, and he scores. Caleb Oetjen, 5 quick points.
That's my key player of the game right there.
And now some great defense down low. Forces man to pick up his dribble, and they'll reset. Jacoby Claypool now trying to work over Travis Smith, and he comes up very short on a 3-ball.
And the Pilots with a couple guys who don't usually look for their own shot in the lineup right now. That'll change here with Luke Fisher and Clay Yo checking back in, but Juwan Carpenter generally doesn't look for his own shot. He's more of a pass out of the post sort of a guy. And then Travis Smith never been a super strong scoring presence. He's been working on his shot a lot in the offseason, but in that lineup, Caleb Oetjen's the go-to option.
And now it'll be Jordan Kuhn bringing the ball up the floor for the Pilots as Caleb Oetjen took a seat. Travis Smith now working it over, back to Kuhn, trying to get it down low to Gage Ott. Wrapping it over back to Trav. Trav ahead to Clay. Clay gets past his man down the lane. Nice dump off to Gage Ott, who gets the easy basket.
And Clay is a well-known scorer, but man, that guy can pass too.
Into the game now for the Red Wolves, number 11, Nick Bolenbacher. Vasha Davis just going to pull up off the back of the iron, and
That'll be over the back, yeah.
kind of pushed off there as he went for that rebound.
Red Wolves putting their athleticism on display here early on. Multiple guys who can just jump out of the gym.
Jordan Kuhn now bringing it up the floor. Getting it over to Clay. Now Gage with it, top of the key, passes it back to Travis.
Looking for Luke down low, unable to find him.
And Smooth somehow, some way, got that ball up. And that's an and one.
He knew the foul was coming. Able to just work his way up and under the defender. Just scoop shot off the glass.
Flipped the ball up near the basket,
Oh,
got
yeah.
it to go. 10-point advantage for the Pilots.
And that'll have Nate Niehoff checking in for the Red Wolves here.
Bolenbacher bringing it up before. Kuhn did miss the free throw. Davis now looking for Huffman, who has to travel.
Yep. He's calling for a foul. Ref does not agree with him. And there's another Pilot forced turnover.
Hasn't so much been on the press so far today, but they have played good defense.
Yeah, that's been a
characteristic
characteristic of the Pilots so far this season, full court press on the teams, but maybe it's just the speed of athleticism of this Red Wolves team. They're cautious to do that so far here today.
Playo trying to drive in.
Wow! Drew contact, up in the air already, looking for the layup, able to just flick up a floater. He drops it in there. That was pretty.
Clay, 7 points early on here as we come down to the 11-minute mark. Pilots leading 22-10. And Huffman's going to try to get a 3-ball to go. It doesn't.
Offensive rebound there for the Red Bulls, stripped away by Travis. Nice play.
He turns it right over. Luke Fisher up ahead, getting past his man. No foul called, but Jordan Kuhn right there, offensive putback. And a timeout by the Red Wolves. And Coach Mark Hester cannot be happy with how this game has gone.
No, absolutely not. His team's committing a fundamental mistake in basketball. You really don't want to give up offensive rebounds.
Well, you and I didn't really know what to expect coming into this game. Of course, preseason rankings, that's really hard to tell. You're kind of just guessing how a team is going to respond from the season prior. Coming in ranked 10th, the IU East Red Wolves losing last night after some woeful shooting. And here today, the Pilots have gotten off to as good of a start as they could hope for.
Yeah, Coach Lightfoot has to be happy with the way his guys have played. Really locking down on the defensive end, able to convert some offensive rebounds like we already touched on. And Clay Yo looking great as a go-to scorer here for the Pilots early on.
When you touched on it a little bit ago, and we could see it in warm-ups, this team is incredibly fast, incredibly athletic. So you can't let them get going in their style. But so far, the Pilots, they've played good defense when they've gotten set. On this end, they've forced some turnovers defensively that, like you said, we're not really accustomed to them doing.
Yeah.
We see it a lot in the press, but not as much
in the half-court set, right.
We reset now after the timeout. 10:40 to go in the first half. Pilots out to a 24-10 lead. Clay with 7, Gage with 6. So the two leading scorers for the Pilots getting off to what they're used to. Inbounding it for IU East will be Dominique Williams.
He's joined out on the floor by Bolenbacher. Taking the ball forward.
Bolenbacher now trying to get the offense set. He's looking for a screen. Driving in now. They had nowhere to go. The big man's going to fire up a 3. No good. That was 34 Nate Niehoff. And they big pass up ahead to Gage, but
maybe a little optimistic there.
Yeah.
Okay, this looks over the bench. Says, yeah, that one's on me, guys. Sorry about that.
Gage has some hops, but not that much. Houston Clark back into the game, and he will inbound it.
And like we were talking about earlier, a different characteristic of the Pilots this season has been press, but also running in transition where we don't have quite the half-court offense we're used to having. So Coach Mike Lightfoot upping the tempo a little bit, seeing if we can use our athleticism in transition.
IU East moving it around now. Everybody getting a touch. Clark ends up with it. Trying to make a move on Gage. Spin move. Wow.
Oh, wow. Got some great separation there. Easy layup.
Nice take by Clark, and back comes Jordan Kuhn.
Gage is athletic for a big guy. Standing at 6'6", 220, but Clark made him look uncoordinated there.
Travis Smith now over to Clay. Clay, that's 3. It's good. Nothing but net.
He knew that was going in the second it left his hand. He turned around on the bench, held up that 3-finger sign. He's
back
confident.
comes Bolenbacher, and Luke Fisher says no, sir. Sends it out of bounds, and IU East will have to reset as Caleb Oetjen checks back in. He will be on the ball as Bolenbacher looks to inbound it.
I love this lineup the Pilots have out on the floor right now. To me, this is your end of the game crunch time lineup. shot up by Clark.
Tough shot.
No good.
Great defense from Clay Yo.
Yeah, rebound goes to.
Here comes Clay up ahead. Can't finish.
He wanted to call on that last transition play, not able to get it from the referee.
And a foul called. And that will be on the floor, not on the shot. Travis Smith now checking back in for the Pilots.
Coaching will have a seat.
Now the inbound. Get it over to Huffman. Bolenbacher a three, no good. A lot of bodies going in there, and they say it's Pilot ball. Inbound now, Jordan Kuhn bringing it up the floor.
And that's an off-the-ball foul there. Looks like Clay got tangled up with Basha Davis. 5 fouls on each team here early on. That'll be 6 on the Red Wolves, excuse me.
And Clark's gonna take a seat as Dominique Williams checks back in. He'll be on Gage. Trav now able to get it inbounded. Long pass ahead to Jordan Kuhn. He'll bring it back across. Clayo now looking for a screen. Tries to drive, gets met. Bounce pass, Gage Ott. Tough take, but he gets his own miss and puts it right back in.
I don't know where the Pilots would be without the offensive rebounds they've had here so far today.
Davis now running the offense for the Red Wolves. Williams trying to make a move. Step back. Can't get the roll. Up ahead to Clay Yo. Shot fake. Bounces it over to Trav. Trav to Luke Fisher. And the Pilots are going to reset. Clay Yo now trying to make a move. Gets blocked away by Williams. Great play. Luke Fisher cleaning up on the block. Gets an easy basket. His first 2 points of the day.
Clay unhappy with the extracurricular activity going on the screens. Nice
And
steal.
Clay just couldn't come up with it. Now Williams up and under, but pinned by Luke Fisher. Up ahead, Jordan Kuhn. That's a big foul. And he goes tumbling into the table set up over there. Seems to be okay as he gets up. Nothing malicious there by Basha Davis. First thing he did was grab Smooth and try to make sure he didn't go into the tables.
Yeah, that's mutual respect right there. Davis helping Kuhn up after the tumble.
That's just a recipe for disaster, having those tables set up over there. You're always gonna have someone heading in that direction.
Yeah, and good play by both players. Davis not letting Kuhn have the easy layup, and Kuhn taking it straight to the rack hard. Looks like that'll be a flagrant foul, so
must have called it flagrant.
Kuhn will be shooting 2 free throws and then 2 more free throws. And the first 2, he goes 1 for 2, making it a 32-12 ball game with 7.5 minutes left here to go.
Grant Gaylor checking into the game now with Paul Foreman.
All 3 freshmen for the Pilots checking into the game here. Paul, Luke, and Grant.
Pilots get the ball back after the 2 free throws from Kuhn. And Paul,
a little miscommunication there. Freshman mistake.
Yeah, Paul saying that one's on me. As soon as Travis let go of the ball, he started screaming Paul's name. Now the Pilots going to pick up their press. Jordan Kuhn on Kyle Pippinger. Gets it over to Huffman. Shot fake, tries to go down low, fighting through contact and a foul called.
That's great basketball. Get his man to leave his feet with a shot fake, take it up strong, draw the foul. the Pilot freshmen really displaying an extraordinary amount of athleticism early on in the season. All three of them can get up and dunk it, get up and block.
Oh, and the latest one to check into the game, Grant Gaylor, he can fly.
Oh, yeah. Kid's got some hops.
Huffman made the first one and gets the second one to rattle out. That hit every part of the rim.
Unlucky roll.
Jordan Kuhn now setting up the Pilots offense.
Travis trying to set the offense up. Not too happy with that last set by his teammates.
It will be Trav now wrapping it around. Kuhn drives in, tried to dump it off, and Kyle Pippinger was right there to knock it away.
Another miscommunication on offense.
Pippinger trying to make a move on Travis Smith, kicks it out. Jacoby Claypool
can't ask for a more open shot than that. Jeez.
Makes it a 32-16 game with 6:40 left in the first half. Getting it down to Luke Fisher. Luke over to Paul. Paul to Grant.
Nice pass.
And the three freshmen. Everybody getting a touch, and Grant Gaylor with the finish.
Yeah, Luke gets the hockey assist on that one. Nice play.
Kyle Pippinger now trying to work over Jordan Kuhn.
Looking for
contact.
Yeah,
That's
no
travel.
basket.
Yeah.
Good call by the referee. Trying to jump into Jordan and draw the foul.
Good job by Jordan standing his ground.
Yeah, that's good defense. Pilots really know what to expect from Pippinger. They probably have extensive scouting done on him.
Caleb Ochen to bring it up the floor. Over to Clay Yo.
Nice screen by Gage.
Back to Clay. Clay shot fake, stepping back for three.
And
it'll roll home. Just able to get it to roll in.
He's looked great. 13 points for him here in the first half.
And a foul called on Clay, I believe.
And that'll be a 1-and-1 look here for the Red Wolves.
It'll be their leading scorer, Lucas Huffman.
It's been pretty quiet so far this half.
Just 3 points. Jacoby Claypool has led the team today. He misses the front end of a 1-and-1. Travis Smith getting a screen from Clay. Back over to Clay.
Pilots obviously looking for play on offense here.
Bounce pass, turnover.
Gage almost got it back.
Comes Claypool. Over to Huffman. Nice defense there by Grant, not giving him that early look, but gets his own miss. Somebody coming up with it. It's Claypool wrapping it around to Williams. Comes up with nothing. Big air ball by Williams. The Red Wolves will retain possession.
Yeah.
Shot clock at 23.
Went off of Travis's hand there. The referee made a good call. A couple guys checking in here for the Red Wolves. Jason Ray checks back in, and Parker Salinas.
Ball inbounded to Sullen. Now Claypool. And knocked away. Caleb Ochen up ahead. Look out. Good job by Caleb. Kyle Pippinger was trying to track him down. Nice play by Caleb.
Yeah, I saw the man coming out of the corner of his eye, just able to hesitate, draw the defender forward, and lag behind a little bit, get the easy layup.
Jacoby Claypool bring it back. Just under 5 minutes left in the first half. 39-16 advantage for the Pilots. Jacoby Claypool now with the ball, trying to get something going for his Red Wolves. Drives in, gets the pass over, and a three ball from number 20, Jason Ray.
Nice shot from the big man. Stands at 6'8", but he had no problem bringing that jumper.
Caleb Ochen now over to Clay Yo. Travis wrapping it around to Grant Gaylor. Gaylor to Yo.
Screen by Travis. Yeah.
Pilots running out of time and pass over the head of Gage Ott.
A little over anxious there on the dump in down to the post.
Pippinger, nice move, and he's fouled by Clay Yell.
Still looking for contact. Clay's like, what am I supposed to do with that? He jumped at me. He's been great so far.
Yeah, Clay's had a fantastic day, 13 points. Caleb Ochen now up to 7. Gage Ott with 8. I mean, it's been a spread out attack for the Pilots here today.
And Clay and Gage so far this season have been the tip of the spear, but really contributions from everyone so far this season.
Yeah, everybody that's on the floor for the Pilots can score at any given moment. The way this offense works, because it's all about speed getting down the floor. So if you're one of the guys down the floor, you're going to have an opportunity to score.
Yeah, and what college basketball player can't make a layup? They just look for guys to run in transition, get open looks.
Pippinger makes both of his free throws. Caleb Ochen will bring it back up the floor. It's Ochen, Fitcher, Kuhn, Ott, and Travis Smith on the floor for the Pilots. Bounce pass down to Luke Fisher. Gage, good job.
Different look there for the Red Wolves on defense, running a 2-3 zone, but the Pilots just shredded it with good passing there.
Pippinger now bounces it back out to Claypool. He's going to look to reset. Huffman now with the ball, trying to get past Luke Fisher, and a hand check foul on Fisher.
Yeah, that was a great drive. Nothing much he can do there. Huffman's a sophomore, standing at 6'7" out of Indianapolis. Franklin Central High School down there. Historically good team.
We'll be shooting a 1-and-1.
First one's up and good.
Here on out, the Red Wolves will be in the double bonus. Final 3:26 of the first half sees the Pilots with a 41-22 advantage.
Anytime you can come out and hold a ranked team to under 30 points by halftime, that'd be great. Coach Mike Lightfoot has to be happy.
So we have the timeout here from Coach Mike Lightfoot. This has been impressive to see from the Pilots.
Yeah, good showing so far.
They've come out an 18-point advantage with 3:26 to go. Certainly, this is a 100-point pace right now, and then some from the Pilots offensively. And defensively, like you said, if they can hold them to under 30 points in the half, it's been a great showing. It's the number 10 team in the country.
Yeah, huge part of that's been the offensive rebounds. Some of that's been some careless turnovers by the Red Wolves. But Mike Lightfoot just has to be saying, keep doing what you're doing, guys. Way to go.
Yeah, don't fix what isn't broken.
No. Don't fix what ain't broke.
Hey, I'm sorry.
Come on now. Ochen with the ball now, bringing it up the floor for the Pilots.
Travis Smith now, getting it back to Caleb. Gonna wrap it around to Jordan Kuhn. And a hold on number 20, Jason Ray.
Good off-ball hustle by Fisher. He'll be shooting a 1-and-1, I believe. And the first free throw from Fisher, up and good.
Checking into the game for IU East for the first time today, number 1, Brad Hunt. As Jason Ray takes a seat.
Let's just talk about Luke Fisher here for a minute. Freshman's displayed some great maturity so far for a young player. Making good off-the-ball passes.
Yeah, certainly. He has not made many freshman mistakes at all this season, and he's had another good game here today. As the Red Wolves come back on offense, it's Lucas Huffman. He's going to fire up a three, no good. And running in is Salinas for the rebound out to Claypool. Had to pick up his dribble. They throw it back out to Salinas, who is no good on the shot, and that'll be out on Pippinger.
Good play there by Kuhn guarding Huffman on the drive he took there, and good rebound there by Caleb Ochen. Little man coming up with the board.
Pippinger tried to run in and get that one, just couldn't corral it.
No. Smacked it out of bounds.
Caleb Ochen calling out the plays, gets it over to Travis Smith.
Red Wolves go back to man-to-man defense. Unhappy with how their zone turned out.
Back over Jordan Kuhn, driving in, dumps it off, and Gage knocks it out of bounds.
Shot there, unfortunate. The bounce pass is a great weapon to use there, inside, cutting through traffic, but when it's not executed properly, it's just a turnover waiting to happen.
Kobe Claypool now. Get over to Salinas. Kyle Pippinger looking for some help, got double teamed, got out of it, got it over to Claypool, who asked for a screen from Brad Honey. Pulls up a three, no good. Gage Ott tipping it, and nice save by Caleb Ochin.
Yeah, just great court awareness. Knew the situation, able to make the play.
Jordan Kuhn almost fires it into the Red Wolf bench, but Ochin there to keep it inbound.
And looks like Claypool's down the floor,
calling Luke Fisher for a hook.
I didn't see what happened there, but he looks to be in some pain and holding his face. Seems like he's okay.
I think he took a
errant elbow, maybe.
Seems to be nodding that he is okay.
And he'll stay in the game.
As Paul will check back in after that foul on Luke Fisher.
That's the great thing about having multiple big bodies to come off the bench, keep fresh legs in there, and foul trouble isn't as big of an issue.
Bringing it up the floor now is Jacoby Claypool.
He's looked sharp.
Kyle Pippinger trying to make a move, gets stopped, kicks it back out. Claypool for three, no good, and their three-point shooting woes have carried over from last night into this first half, as Claypool, though, gets the offensive board. Nice drive off the backboard and in.
They've had multiple three-point shots just banging off the front of the rim. They're a little tired from that game last night. Legs aren't quite there.
And Caleb Ochin just put Jacoby Claypool in a spin cycle.
He's got some dribble moves. Nice
Foreman
drive
now
by
driving
Paul.
in over the top and drops it home.
He gets that look in his eye sometimes. He knows exactly where he's taking the ball.
He will just put his head down and he will get to the basket as Claypool now drives in, and Travis Smith says no, sir. They do get it back, but Travis Smith, what a defensive play. Salinas going to rack up a three, no good, and Caleb Ochin the rebound. 40 seconds to go here in the first half. And a almost turnover. Gage Ott battling.
Should be a jump ball.
Jump ball. Both guys doing some wrestling moves down there, trying to work over each other for the ball.
Ball hits the floor, everybody ends up in a pile, and all of a sudden everybody's Hercules down there.
The ball will go to the Red Wolves with the possession arrow.
35 seconds left here to go in the half. Pilots up 44-25.
They can run this down to almost the end of the half. There's about a 5-second difference.
They'll look to do that. No time for a 2-for-1.
Salinas now with the ball looking for some kind of help. Gets it over to Kyle Pippinger.
That's not a great matchup for the Pilots there.
Claypool pulls up, no good.
Gotta run, gotta run.
Final four, he throws it up ahead. Travis Smith gonna get a look. He got it off, he hits it.
Nice take.
Nice job. Travis Smith understood how much time he had. Took the contact off the glass for the buzzer beater. And at half, the Pilots, a 21-point lead over the 10th ranked team in the country.
Yeah, never would have called that. And what I love about that play from Travis there, had the court awareness, knew how much time was left on the clock, drove to the basket, looked to me like he got fouled, made the basket anyway, and didn't even bother.
And I was looking down here when Jawan threw that ball up. I thought Jawan was shooting it. The way he looked, the way he kind of threw his hands, but it was great. Travis was open over here, and like you said, made the play. The Pilots, well, they came to play today.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So coming in ranked 22nd, you would think they would be the underdogs, but you and I have talked. A 6-0 record is probably a lot better than just a 22nd ranking. Like we said, it's hard to tell early on, but this is absolutely a statement game, and they've come out guns blazing.
Yeah, Pilots have shown they're for real this season, even with the loss of a couple key guys. No one really expected them to perform to the caliber they have the last couple seasons, but they look great here tonight against a quality opponent.
Well, and it's huge because you need to get as many wins as you can now out of conference.
Sure.
Because the Crossroads League,
Oh, it's brutal.
it's just a murderer's
Yeah.
row of opponents week in and week out. We just saw Goshen here today. They beat IU East last night. They looked fantastic today against a UM Dearborn team that pushed the Pilots most of last night.
It's just well known that the Crossroads League is the premier conference, if not one of them.
Yeah, each of the last 2 seasons, the Crossroads League has sent 4 teams to the big tournament out in Branson, and realistically, maybe could have sent more. You just start running out of places with automatic bids and whatnot.
Right. And teams just beating up each other in conference play too. Your record doesn't look as good when you're playing amazing teams in regular conference play.
You and I keep an eye on other teams.
Yeah.
You got Iowa. They've already beaten 3 top 10 teams. They've already beaten a team by 90.
They're the team to beat year in, year out. I mean, that's just well known. A couple D1 transfers for them. But Pilots really making a statement so far here this year. Hopefully stack up against IU. Woo.
Well, folks, here for halftime, the Pilots indoor track team last season, both men and women's, won the NCCA National Championship, and we have the ring ceremony for you here today.
Our national championship squad. First for the women, presenting Allie Hathaway. Here again, Bell. Amante Yusuf Gunn. Betty Rayburn. Cassie Herndon. Chelsea Waits. Cinnamon Green. Hannah Roth. Heather Handbright. Jamie Renard. Jasmine Luton. Kayla Pauling. Kristen Zelenka. Christina Dick. Kyla Vanderweel. Lindsay Rochowolski. Mallory Bernard. Richard Conrad, my apologies. Megan Fisher. Melanie Nellis. Melissa Dubois.
A lot.
Michaela Miller. Taylor Gilliam. Taylor Pennington. Taylor Tepper. And Whitney Grace. Next, let's meet the members of the men's track and field program and their national champions. Introducing Anna Trejo. Ahmed Evans. AJ Frazier. Andy Herbert. Brett Baumgartner. Caleb Strong. Cameron Pinson. Chase Pena. Colin Rishbaum. Connor Southern. David Miller. Drew Voss. Elias Lacosi. Eric Escobedo. Joel Hartman. Jordan Ennis. Josh Hoyt. Jeremy Mann. Keely Tom Blair. Kyle Ostrander. Michael Ponce. Michael Presnell. Ryan Jones. Tanner Faust. Taylor Knapp. And Tommy Grant. We'd also like to welcome two members of the coaching staff as far as assistants are concerned. First, introducing Mark McCollum. And also introducing assistant coach, PJ Vanderklaw. We'd also like to salute head coach, who is in the locker room at this time. Pilot head coach of track and field, Tony Vitale. Fans, one more time, let's salute, let's congratulate, and let's thank for a job well done. The Tony track and field champions, NCCA national champions. Congratulations, Ben and Lee. Congratulations. Let's all gather for a picture.
Congratulations to both the men's and women's track team. It's a pretty storied track program here at Bethel College.
Yeah,
They
they've
get
been
to
great.
hang a couple more banners. Back to basketball action. If you missed the first half with us here on Bethel Sports Network, the Pilots making a statement, a 21-point lead here at halftime over the 10th-ranked IU East Red Wolves. And some stats for you. You mentioned Clay and Gage leading the way, 13 for Clay, 10 for Gage. But every Pilot except for Jawan Carpenter, who hasn't taken a shot, has scored.
Yeah, that's great. Distributed scoring is a beautiful thing.
Yeah, certainly. And we talked about, you said Clay and Gage, the tip of the spear, but everybody chips in, and you're seeing it right now for IU East. They have 8 points out of their point guard, Jacoby Claypool, and 5 points out of their leading scorer, Lucas Huffman. All 5 of their starters have scored, including one of their bench players. It just hasn't been too much scoring.
Right. And anytime you can hold a ranked team to 25 points for the half is incredible. That's just great defense for the Pilots.
We just want to let everybody know that some of our upcoming coverage, we have a men's basketball game November 24th against Mount Vernon. That will be the start of conference play for the Pilots, and Mount Vernon, not a team to take lightly. They did not make it into the top 25 preseason, but they did receive votes.
Definitely not a pushover.
No, certainly not. The Pilots went to Mount Vernon last year and really got trounced on the road. So certainly another tough game. And then we are going to bring you women's coverage on December 1st as the Lady Pilots will be taking on the visiting Taylor Trojans.
Yeah, a little bit of a rivalry game there.
Yeah, certainly. The Pilots and the Trojans gets a little heated now and then. There was a stretch there on the men's side of things where a men's team hadn't won at Taylor in, I think, 4 or 5 years. Last year we finally broke that.
Our seniors were the first guys to win at Taylor for as long as they've been there.
Yeah, so certainly some rivalry there, and really it's easy to breed rivalry in this conference just based out of competitiveness.
Oh, sure.
When you're playing every team so close, things are going to get heated. You're going to get rivalry, and one of those big rivalries we'll see early on in conference play is Grace. They are one of our early conference games before winter break hits, and that is always a huge game for the Pilots.
And both teams are usually pretty good, and both teams are usually competing for that tournament spot later down the road. So those are big games, and we usually play them multiple times this season, get multiple looks at them, both in the regular season and then in tournament play later. So those are huge games, kind of figure out where you stand in the conference, really.
Well, you talked about the team to beat is Iowa.
Has to be.
They usually are, and that has been something I think coming in. I have heard that Bethel and Iowa were pretty competitive coming into my time here at Bethel, but you can just see the level of competition between those two teams just creates what is an amazing rivalry to watch.
And we've had more success against them than just about anybody else in recent years. So they always circle us on their calendars, and being the #1 team to beat every year, we certainly circle them on ours. So
each of the last 2 seasons, the Pilots and the Wildcats have split their regular season meetings. 2 years ago, the Pilots winning at IWU in the semifinals of the Crossroads League tournament. Last year, the Wildcats winning the Crossroads League final over the Pilots. So those two teams, they're going to see each other probably 3 times a year.
at least.
And yeah, certainly could even meet down in Branson too. Really quality teams, and so that's something always to look for. And we talked about they have already beaten 3 top 10 teams, including the #1 team.
Yeah, that's incredible.
They ran a team by 90.
You just don't hear about that in college
They
basketball.
outscored them 71-12 in the second. I've never heard of that.
No, I mean, they put up 130 or something like that.
139, I think.
The other team was sitting at 30
Yeah,
or so.
I mean, that's just, I've never heard of anything like that.
That's absurd.
But back to our game, it is 46-25, Pilots leading as you see the teams warming up here as we get close to the start of the second half. Pilots haven't done much wrong. What is it that they've done that's led to this lead?
Some of it is the offensive rebound we talked about, just really got the momentum going in their favor, and some of it is IU East hasn't been up to their normal caliber of shooting. I mean, last night they weren't that great either, but tonight has been more of the same. They've been playing good defense, and holding a good ranked opponent to 25 points is unheard of. That's great.
The shooting struggles have definitely carried over from last night for the Red Wolves, and it kind of seemed last night, like you and I talked about, we didn't really know what to expect from Michigan Dearborn.
Yeah.
And they came out and they were throwing punches. They were doing everything they
Not
could.
literally.
Yeah, no,
Figurative punches.
We didn't get that rowdy last night. It wasn't that bad. But they came out with a lot of intensity. They pushed the Pilots. They had them down at times, and they gave them the greatest test of the season. And so far today, the Pilots have really recognized the quality of this opponent.
Yeah.
And they've come out way more intense. They have won the intensity battle, and therefore they've had this lead that is now 21 points. For the Pilots, it's going to be the original starting 5. Travis Smith, Caleb Ochin, Clay Yo, Gage Ott, Paul Foreman, and the same original starting 5 for IU as well. Here we go. Caleb Ochin
Got the action here.
Give it over to Clay. Clay now to Paul.
IU East throwing a different look at Clay Yo here. He's not used to running up against defenders who are 6'8".
Ochin able to split the double team, draws the foul on the way in.
Like I was saying, Clay's a really hard matchup problem, and that's great if the other team has a player who can not only match, but outsize him and still can't keep up with him. Nice play by Gage there down the post, just kind of muscled through his man.
Got the inbound and never looked anywhere else. Got the basket there and gets the Pilot started on the right.
He knew exactly where he was going.
Clark now.
Nice
Trying to
drive.
work in and leaves it a little short, and the rebound to Travis Smith, who gets pushed.
And that's just a foul because Travis fell over. He's carrying the ball. That's just nothing you can do about that.
That's the second time Clark has been in the wrong place at the wrong time,
The
not necessarily trying to foul.
The unfortunate recipient of those whistles.
Caleb Bochin now bringing it back up the floor for the Pilots.
I'm seeing out here, I don't know about you, but this has been a super respectful game so far. Both sides, taking the time to help each other up, looking out for each other a little bit. That's great to see.
Gage somehow corralled that pass. Yeah, I've noticed that too. There was that one flagrant, but even with the flagrant, I mean, the first thing the player did was try to help Jordan Kuhn up. So certainly both teams have a high level of respect for one another as Huffman comes back with the ball.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Over to Clark.
Nice shot.
Just can't get it to go, and that is off of Paul's foot.
Freed up the open look there. Able to get some room for his jump shot, just not able to make it fall.
Jason Ray just swiped it away from Paul Foreman there off of his foot and out of bounds.
They're counting on him right now. He's been guarding Clay. He's been setting some good screens and rolling to the basket. That's great. And that'll be an off-the-ball foul there.
That is Mr. Houston Clark yet again.
Poor guy. Can't catch a break.
It's already his fourth foul of the game.
That's what happens in physical games like this. The Red Wolves already up to 3 team fouls here early on in the second half, excuse me.
Getting it back over to Clay. Clay's going to pull up from 3. He's got it, and this has been the best shooting performance we've seen from him this season.
That's awesome. He shook his man off with a dribble move on the perimeter. Really don't want to leave him space.
No better time for Clay Yo to get going, just over a week away from conference play.
And that's going to be out of bounds on the Red Wolves.
It's off of Huffman there as Caleb Bochin will go track the ball down. Travis will handle the inbound. As the Pilots are doubling up on the Red Wolves, a 26-point lead. Getting it over to Clay. Paul now with the ball, wrapping it up top to Travis. Travis to bang out. He's going to pull up a 3. Oh, yeah! Back-to-back threes from Clay Yo and Caleb Bochin, and now turnover.
Oh, yeah.
The steal by Clay gets around Doyle, alley-oop.
Oh, man. And looks like...
And Houston Clark just got teed up.
Yeah, he fouled out. Obviously not happy about it. Prevented the alley-oop, though. So, he's out of here. And he'll be called for the technical.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Gage Ott just completely out-jumped him.
Really great play to disrupt the alley-oop, though.
Gage Ott almost threw down the dunk of the year. he had a shot.
No respect for the rim.
To make a poster. Clay Yo is going to be shooting the free throws from the technical. Now, the technical happened after the foul, so as far as I know, Clay should get 2, then Gage should get 2, and IU get the ball back.
Clay might be shooting 1. Nope.
Makes the first.
Yeah. And then Gage will be shooting 2, and then the Red Wolves will get possession. I don't know, is that a shooting foul or an alley-oop?
I think
Did Gage have possession?
I don't know. We're about to find out, and
he'll be heading to the line.
There we go.
Okay. Clay getting the troops organized here. Looks like Travis got poked in the eye on that last play somewhere.
Now Gage shooting the free throws from the initial foul on the alley-oop. In the meantime, Houston Clark, he got his money's worth when he got fouled out. He let the officials know what he thought of the call.
You're going to foul out, might as well do it in style, I guess.
Gage missing the first free throw.
And the second one is up. And good.
Gage and Clay combined to go 3 for 4. Not bad there.
No. Great little sequence there by the Pilots. 2 3-pointers and a steal in transition. Almost connected for a highlight reel play on the alley-oop.
Pickinger got his man to leave his feet. Didn't shoot it. Ray shoots it and comes up empty. Rebound, Gage Ott.
Red Wolves have been getting the looks they want on offense. They've been freeing up open shooters. It's just not able to connect on their jump shots. It's just tough luck. Shooters go through slumps. You don't like it when your whole team is going through a slump.
Travis now wrapping it back over to Caleb Ochin. Trying to get something going. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Clay's just going to fire a three and
air ball.
Oh my.
I mean, he was running out of time. He might as well, I guess. All that hot shooting just.
Yeah, I don't mean to pick on Clay too much, but there's air balls and there's missing by about 3-4 feet. But
all memories of that shooting spurt Pilots just went on, just flew out the door with that ball.
Kyle Pippinger now with the ball, getting it back over to Jacoby Claypool.
Nice drive on the floor by Huffman.
Just can't finish.
That's been the story so far here today. Red Wolves getting to the rim, getting open shots, and just can't finish.
I think they're going to tag Clay with that foul going after the rebound as Luke Fisher checks in for Paul Foreman.
Good job, Paul. Have a seat, big boy.
Claypool gets it inbound, and Caleb Ochin steals it away.
He's not the conference leader in steals for no reason.
Travis looking for some help. Gets it over to Fisher, who's going to take a jumper. No good, front of the iron.
Nice play there by Gage. Almost swatted it out of Pippinger's hands.
Claypool now. Bring it back up. Pippinger thought about a three. You can see how cold this team is shooting because, I mean, you and I remember Pippinger. He's shooting that last season.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody looks confident. As Huffman comes up empty, ball knocked around and knocked around again, and Luke Fisher ends up with it. Sooner or later, somebody has to want the ball. As much as the teams keep throwing it at each other, someone has to end up with possession.
Someone will pick it up, I guess.
Travis Smith now with the ball.
Ooh, double team.
Giving it back to Gage Ott, who's trying to drive on the smaller Claypool. Picks up the dribble, brings it back out. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Clay's going to have to put something up. Fade away, and good.
Dirk Nowitzki flamingo leg on that one.
There's nothing Lucas Huffman can do about that. He's all over.
There's a reason that's a patented trademark shot for Dirk Nowitzki because it works.
Huffman now trying to back down Clay.
And the Pilots really putting up amazing offensive numbers here against a good team. And
3 no good from Pippinger.
The Red Wolves haven't scored yet this half. First 5 minutes of this half, no points. Travis calling for a screen, picks up his dribble, kicks it back out to bang out. As he's known by his teammates.
He's going to pull up. Oh, yeah!
Nice shot, rising up over his defender, dropping in the rainbow.
Drops it home. He's having a fantastic afternoon. 12 points now for Caleb Ochin.
Looked like a travel there to me on Claypool, but they convert for their first points of the half. Thomas able to clean up the possession.
Trying to get the offense set. Caleb Ochin bringing it back across half court. Now Clayo has it. Huffman on it. He's going to bounce it. Gage Ott almost lost it.
Calls a timeout there.
Yeah, that got confusing real quick for the Pilots. So just call timeout.
Yeah, it's a veteran move by Gage there. Just looks over the bench and says, hey, like, let's reset this.
Well, we talk about Gage, but it's even more impressive to think how far he's come, understanding that before the first game last season, he had a leg injury.
Yeah.
There's a very bad bruise that ended up having a lot more issues than just a bruise. He was on crutches for a while.
Yeah, he had lasting implications.
And didn't really start playing until about halfway through the season. And at times when he did, he wasn't doing some of the post move the coaches wanted, this, that, and the other thing. And all of a sudden, something clicked.
Yeah.
About 3/4 of the way through the season, he started playing great, and he has looked fantastic.
He's a big body down, though, and he's really more athletic than most of the guys the opposition will put on him. So he took advantage of that a little bit more. Some of his natural post skills came out once he started opening the floor up for himself with his athleticism. And, yeah, he's never looked back. He's a go-to guy for the Pilots right now.
The Pilots reset. As we're talking about him, he takes a seat for Paul Foreman.
Figures.
Caleb Ochen now getting it over to Jordan Kuhn.
Double team outside on the perimeter by the Red
Got to
Wolves.
fire it up. 2 seconds left on the shot clock. Why not?
That's my key player of the game. I'm 2 for 2 here this weekend.
Yeah, I got the first one from you, but I've been falling apart here down the stretch as the southpaw hits the jumper. Bounce
Nice
pass in. Nice
pass.
play. And just can't finish.
That's
been the story all day.
Yeah, that's that's characteristic of the Red Wolves here so far. Ochen setting up his teammates. Because all right, guys, let's make something happen here.
Bill trying to get around the screen. Gets it down to Clay Yo. Clay trying to go through his man. Drops it up and over.
Nice play, though. That's the look he wants there.
Bacher bringing it back. Gets it over to Kyle Pippinger driving
Spin
in. Spin move. Nice pass to Aaron Thomas, who does finish.
All right, he looked
on
up
the
for
jumper.
he looked up for a shot there and saw his open teammate just chilling over there, able to hit him for the easy jump shot.
Caleb
Ochen
Ochen
with the
driving
drive.
in. Nice pass. Foreman has to get it back together.
Deep three from Smooth.
Oh, yeah!
He got it.
Jordan Kuhn knocking home a 3-ball.
Gotta love watching him.
And that's the one aspect of his game that could really use some work. And
Yeah.
if he could start finding some consistency outside, look out.
And it's not even that he's a bad shooter, just comes and goes like it does for everybody. And that's Thomas on 3 consecutive baskets there for the Red Wolves. Pilots need to find a way to contain him.
Pilots now with 12 and a half left in this one. A 66-31 lead, and Paul Foreman gets fouled hard going in.
Highlight pass there from Bang Out, the no-look zipper into Foreman, who's crashing the basket.
By no means a bad foul. Nick Paul earned those at the line.
Yeah,
Pilots here have ballooned this lead to 35.
Now with only 12 minutes, 20 seconds here left to go, you have to think they're on their way to victory as long as they don't collapse here. 66-31 here on Bethel Sports Network.
As we come to this timeout, I mean, Coach Mike Lightfoot, I mean, again, looking intense as usual, but the conversation can be much more than keep doing what you're doing. They've only given up 6 points in the first 7.5 minutes of the second half here. I mean, if that's the defensive work that you're doing, I don't think any coach is going to ever complain.
No, they can't complain.
As assistant coach Tony Natale, real quick here, they give him his championship ring in the middle of the timeout. But again, congratulations to him and the Pilot track team. But back to the action here. If I'm Coach Mark Hester, I mean, by no means, I think you and I are on the same page on this. There's not really moral victories, but you've got to get something going when you head out of this weekend. If you're going to go 0-2, you got to get something.
You just
to
got
at least feel good about it.
Yeah, make your team look like a coherent team here, which they haven't looked like so far. And I think part of that is just unfortunate shooting slump for the Red Wolves here. You know, like I said before, they're getting the looks they want, just not able to turn around and convert them into points. So hopefully, you know, a little bit of practice, a little bit of yelling, a little bit of conditioning, maybe they'll turn that around and get back to their preseason ranking status.
Paul Foreman will be shooting 2 here for the Pilots, sinks the first one. Better free throw shooting today out of the Pilots.
Yeah, I mean, that's not saying much, but Coach Hester in his 9th season over there at IUE is doing a good job.
And that's going to be Pilot ball. Rasha Davis jumped up to try to get that rebound and just knocked it right out of bounds.
Ochen to inbound. Pilots have really run some good inbound plays, converting some easy
Oh,
points.
Foreman. Oh, great move.
He did all the hard work on that drive, getting to the basket, just not able to finish.
Inbound now to Bolenbacher, bringing it up the floor. Over to Basha Davis, trying to drive in past Ochen, couldn't do it. Back up to Huffman. Now Williams with a drive.
Athletic drive. Wow.
And again, coming up empty.
Not able to
when
convert.
it's most important.
Yep.
Foreman now
Good
And
ball
back
movement
up
by
top,
the Pilots.
back to Fisher, gets his man to jump and
No! Come on now.
ball. It's the call on the floor. I would have to respectfully disagree with the call, but as it stands, 11:44 left in this one. Pilots leading 67-31, and Bolenbacher bringing it back up the floor. Huffman for three. Finally hits a three ball. That's the first one for them this half.
Out to Kuhn in the corner. Dribble drive on Huffman, kicks it out to Paul Foreman for three. Up and no good off the front of the rim.
Back on defense and a foul call. A lot of bodies running into each other there. I think they're going to get Luke Fisher. Yeah, so far this season, that's maybe the one thing, if I'm going to criticize Paul Foreman, he's not had it from beyond the arc. And I have not scouted Paul Foreman. I don't know if that was a part of his game in high school. It's looked at times like he's tried to make it a part of his game here, and it hasn't been there for him yet.
Yeah, he can definitely shoot. According to his teammates, he's pretty good in practice. It's just a matter of settling down, getting in rhythm, and converting that to looks in a game.
Bolenbacher tried to do a little too much there, ended up turning it over thanks to Gage Ott. And Pilots will come back now. Travis Smith with the ball. Down low, Gage, his man missed. He goes up hard. That one was clean.
No.
I think he got all ball on that one over the top.
Wow. Ref had a different view on that one than I did. Up to Carpenter. And off-ball foul on Gage there.
And he cleared his man out.
He's trying to establish position, used a little too much hands on that one. Bolenbacher.
Bringing it around down low. He's
A little floater.
Up.
Rebound
Rebound
by
to Caleb Oatgen. Up ahead, Travis Smith running. Oh, what a pass!
Oh, okay, that's a foul. There we go. No look pass. Woo. Faked like he was going to Oatgen. Zings it over there to Gage, who goes up hard, draws the foul. He'll be headed to the line to shoot two.
If you're a Pilot player in transition, you've got to be ready to get the ball because you have no idea when or where it's coming from.
Who knows where it's coming from? I mean, multiple guys can do that too. Travis displayed it. Smooth can do it. Ocean does it on a regular basis. You just never know.
Just couldn't get it to roll home.
Clayo having an extended sit on the bench here.
I think it's a moment. Pilots up big here. Just give a lot of different guys some chance to get some bigger minutes. You definitely don't want Clay hurting himself or running himself rampant when you have a 30-point lead.
Yeah. But I don't think this game is over yet. 34-68 here, 10.5 minutes left to go. Bolenbacher with the ball.
Almost, that's looked like a double. He tried to dump it off and got his own pass.
I think Travis tipped it.
Well, of course, the Pilot fans, I think they want to see Clay back out there because all the students know that they're 20 points away from Big Macs, and certainly that is the reason that they come. Oh, Gage out. What a pass!
Ocean just throwing lasers out there.
Caleb Oatgen dropping some dimes out here today.
He's just showing off.
Gage out, the benefactor on that one.
Yes, he is a lot of times. He's great in the pick and roll.
Bolenbacher gets closer, still a three, and Caleb Oatgen on the rebound. He gets up ahead. Travis Smith, look out. Oh, what a play by Bolenbacher.
Yeah.
Gage Ott had his eyes wide, ready to throw it down, and back on the other end, a missed three from Lucas Huffman.
Rebound by Kuhn there, takes the ball. Coach Mike Lightfoot trying to get his team settle down and set up something here.
Jordan Kuhn now driving in. He's going to float one up. Comes up short, and back will come the Red Wolves. Sasha Davis going to fire up a three. Finally, they get one to go. Gets this back to a 30-point game, 70-40 with 9 minutes left.
Looks like Grant Gaylor will be checking back in here for the Pilots. Fans like him. He's a highlight reel waiting to happen. electric athlete. Cross-court pass over to Ochin.
Ochin, why not?
No
Just couldn't
good.
get it to go home.
Good hustle by Carpenter. He's a force on the boards.
And a foul on Kuhn as he tried to stick with Huffman coming up the floor.
Gaylor will be checking back in for Kuhn.
Just the Pilots' 4th foul here in the half. Jordan Kuhn, though, certainly not happy with himself as he walked off the floor. It's one of the things we love about Smooth, though. It doesn't matter. It's a 30-point game. He's going to keep his intensity at the highest level, and a foul by Carpenter there.
He's a great player, very, very skilled, but I think the most marketable trait he has is his motor. The kid never stops running, never stops hustling, participates in every play. He's the first one up the floor a lot of times, first one off the bench when he's sitting down. Just a great guy to have on your team. And Bolenbacher for 3, no good off the back of the rim.
Thomas, though, with the offensive board. Lucas Huffman, he's got a 3.
They're trying to claw their way back into this, the three-pointers, and they've been falling.
Back-to-back long balls from Davis and Huffman as Caleb Ochin brings them back up the floor.
Fisher will be checking back in for the Pilots.
Just able to get that pass, and over the top of a double team, almost lost. Carpenter tipped it. Grant Gaylor over to Travis Smith for 3.
Oh,
how does that not go?
Get down.
And what a play by Trav.
Disrupt transition there. Oh, that
shouldn't be on Gage.
That looked offensive to me. But Gage did not have his feet set, so that'll be a foul on him. Pilots take a timeout here.
Travis, though, that was a great play, because even if they're going to be shooting free throws here, Aaron Thomas, and we saw how high that kid could get off the ground. He had a free dunk coming.
Yeah, basically a 3-on-0 break there if Travis doesn't tip that pass.
So out of the timeout from Coach Mike Lightfoot, the Red Wolves will be shooting 2, making them both would get it back to a 25-point game. A little mini run here by the Red Wolves. Certainly no game is ever out of reach, especially when you have as much athleticism as IU East does. So Mike Lightfoot going to take the time and say, hey, I don't care if we were up 33-35. You guys have a job to do for an entire 40 minutes.
Don't let them back in the game. Play until the whistle blows.
And you certainly, when you have the 10th ranked team in the country pinned back by 30 plus, you want to win by that. That statement.
Don't let them out. Yeah.
You don't want to just walk this game down the final 7:45 and come away with a 18-point victory. You got them by 30. You want to win by 30.
Keep the pressure on.
Will be 2 free throws for Bolenbacher.
The 5 on the floor here with the Pilots. Ochin, Smith, Fisher, Gaylor, and Yo. And it looks like Josh Solon will be checking in here for the Red Wolves. First free throw from Bolenbacher's up and no good off the front of the rim.
Solon in for Vasha Davis. Bolenbacher tries to get his second to go, and he will. 1 of 2 on that trip. And back comes Clay Yo over to Caleb Ochin. Grant Gaylor now picked up his dribble and is able to get it to Ochin, over to Clay Yo. Gets a screen from Fisher, back over to Fisher, who's up and in, and 1.
I don't think the shot fell.
Did the shot roll out?
I think so. That should be 2 free throws there, I think. Grant getting a little love over there from Coach Lightfoot. Oh, you're right.
It is a 3-point play.
The shot fell. I stand corrected.
I know I'm crazy. I'm convinced I'm not that crazy.
The free throw is converted by Fisher, making good on the 3-point play.
Williams now over to Sullen, to Huffman. The Pilots done a fantastic job on Huffman today.
Yeah, a lot of that's been Clay. He's been the leading scorer for the Pilots and a lockdown defender.
Bolenbacher somehow got through all the traffic to get his shot up. Rebound out to Yo, and Travis Smith says, let's slow it down.
Yeah. Good job, Travis. Better than leadership right there.
Ochin now wrapping it over to Travis. Down low play. Back to the basket, telling everybody to clear out.
Nice post move.
Nice up and under. Just lost the handle on it going through.
He got through his man, just lost.
Huffman, yeah. I disagree with it. I hate that that's a foul.
Yeah.
But that's going to get called every time if play's in the air.
He's saying he went straight up. But if there's contact, it's going to be real hard for the refs not to call it.
I mean, I absolutely disagree with it. I think if an offensive player at all tries to initiate it, then that's on them.
That's the rule, though. Smart play there by Huffman. So he'll be shooting 3 free throws here.
First one is good. He is up to 15 now, but from a team's leading scorer, that's been a relatively quiet 15.
Yeah, and you wanted it to come when it was still a closer game than this. This is a 28-point lead here for the Pilots. Huffman wiping some sweat off his face. He's been out there for quite a while now.
Salinas will be checking back in for the Red Wolves after this free throw.
Scores 73-45. Make that 46. 6.5 minutes left here to go for the Pilots.
I stand corrected. Salinas will not be checking in after that free throw. Maybe we'll get it after this one.
And the third free throw is up and no good. So he went 2 for 3 from the line.
The Pilots will walk it up the floor to that point now where he's trying to get to the end of the game for the Pilots as he gets it down to Luke Fisher. Back out Caleb Ochin looking for some help. Almost a steal there by Bolenbacher. Pilots able to corral it.
Size mismatch down low with Bolenbacher on
Luke right now.
Luke Fisher.
Oh,
and that
goes right over the top of his man.
That's got to be on Bolenbacher. Trying to establish position against the bigger Fisher. And unfortunately gets called for the foul. He's talking to the refs about it a little bit. Says you were holding him.
Luke will have a 1-and-1 here.
And Nick Kindig checking into the game for the Pilots. 6 guys on the floor. Somebody's got to come off, guys.
And it's Clayo.
So yeah, Nick Kindig checking into the game for the Pilots. This guy is the definition of a fan favorite. He walked on last year.
He walked on to the JV team, and they pulled him up due to some suspensions and some injuries. Saw minimal time in some blowouts, but had a great impact in practice, really challenging the guys. He's a lights-out shooter.
Oh, yeah.
He's just a smart player, and it's great to see that this year he's seen some significant time in some games.
And he's the definition of a game manager. He doesn't make mistakes. He's not going to lose the ball. Plays real hard on defense, and if he gets an open shot, he's knocking it down. And that'll be an over-the-back foul on Gage, trying to get it to that rebound. He was out of position and muscled through his man.
1-and-1 for Josh Sullen. That's Gage's 4th foul, so there's that chance he'll foul out, but with 6 minutes left in this one,
first free throw's up and no good.
Too worried about that.
Brad Hunt and Nate Niehoff will be checking back in for the Red Wolves here.
Yeah, we're starting to get to that empty the bench point for both squads as Jordan Kuhn ends up with the rebound after the missed free throw.
Oh, extracurricular activity there.
Kuhn with the ball gets a screen from Luke Fisher with Nick Kindig. And almost stolen. Gage somehow ended up with that, and that's going to be on Gage.
Oh, shoot.
And that will end Gage's afternoon. You hope he's all right.
Just went hard to the basket, but Bolenbacher beat him there, set his feet, and Gage will have a seat as he fouls out.
A little weary after that, not too bad.
Yeah, this looks a little
think
shaken
he'll be
up.
all right.
He took a hard fall.
Trayvon Covington going to check in now.
Man, that guy can light it up.
Oh yeah, we were sitting here, you and I were just speechless in warm-ups for being a 6-foot-tall guard.
Yeah.
He can jump out of the gym. So if he gets a chance, get ready.
He's listed at 6'1", but That's pretty generous.
That is the home roster there,
Yeah,
listing him at 6'1".
If he's pushing 6 foot, then that sounds about right to me.
And just as he checks into the game, he gets called for a foul. So both teams going to be in the double bonus the rest of the way here. 5:41 as the first free throw is no good. 75-46 lead for the Pilots.
And the 5 out on the floor for the Pilots are Kindig, it's like Paul Foreman, Luke Fisher, Jordan Kuhn, and Trayvon Covington.
If I told you that we would have seen this 5 on the floor at any point this season, before the season started, what would you have said?
It has to be a blowout. Or injuries, deep injuries. Hey, that's great. Some freshmen getting some minutes. Trey and Nick coming off the bench. That's awesome.
Ball
Love to see those
spinning
guys.
through and
Yeah, nice defense there.
poked away, and that's number 34, Nate Niehoff.
Yeah.
Great
Heads up
job,
play.
just punch that ball out.
That's exactly what you want to do. That's the only way to guard that play without fouling. And
Inbound
open jumper for Kuhn. No good off the back of the rim. Rebound goes to Sullen.
He's bringing it up the floor now, trying to drive down the lane, kicking it over to Salinas for 3. He got it. 75-49 advantage for the Pilots now as we come down to the 5-minute mark. Jordan Kuhn saying slow it down, let's reset, gets a screen from Paul Foreman.
No need to rush here.
Nick
Kindig with the ball.
pulls it up, gets it to Luke Fisher. Luke looking for somebody. He's going to set a screen.
Double team out on the perimeter on Kuhn. Drives to the lane, gets hacked, and he'll be headed to the line to shoot 2.
That's just great leadership there by Jordan Kuhn. He pulled back, slowed everything down, reset, and ball looked to kind of be sticking there, and he just drove in and drew a foul.
Through a double team. 4 guys guarding him at one point.
And he makes the first of his free throws. Kuhn up to 9 points on the day now. If he can hit this one, he'll have a double-digit day for the Pilots.
That's great to see. Just love watching this guy.
And he does get it to roll home.
Rare that Jordan Kuhn scores a basket where I'm not left speechless afterwards. He's an incredible player.
Brad Hunt trying to get something going over the top of Luke Fisher.
Nice rebound by Paul.
No good. And up ahead will come Jordan Kuhn.
It's like Keith Cochran will be checking into the
Why
game.
not? Deep 3. Nick Kindig!
And the crowd goes wild. They love that guy.
He was way out there.
Pilots were getting ready to huddle in the pregame, and I saw him hit a shot from just about half court. Just a stand-up jump shot. Incredible.
Salinas now down low to Niehoff.
Good
Trying to make a
defense.
move on Paul Foreman, and
Yeah. Too much
just
contact.
got the arm down there. Niehoff will be shooting a couple.
So it looks like Gaylor, Carpenter, and Cochran will all be checking into the game here for the Pilots. You would think for Jordan Kuhn, Luke Fisher, and Paul Foreman, but we will see. First one is up and good for Niehoff.
There you go, just like you said it. Smooth Paul and Luke on their way to the bench.
Yeah, getting a lot of applause from the fans here. Good game, guys. Way to go. Those 3 were all instrumental in getting us out to that early lead.
Just 3 Pilots left to yet see the floor this afternoon. I'd have to think that they would get some time here. Still 4 minutes to go in this one. 80-51 advantage, and a steal from Bolenbacher.
Kindig's on him.
Yeah, great job getting back by Nick Kindig. Brad Hunt spinning, turning, shooting, no good.
Nice rebound by Dwan. Eats rebounds.
Yeah. May not be a scoring presence when he comes in off the bench, but you can expect that guy to go hard after missed shots and get those boards. Nick Kindig, jump pass over to Grayler in the corner, couldn't finish, and there he is, Juwan Carpenter tipping it out. Covington driving in, no foul called. Keith Cochran just fighting to tip it back in.
He may look like a baby gazelle when he runs down the floor, but he's tall.
3 ball from Bolenbacher. That was a deep 3 that he just hit. Gets it back to a 28-point game, 3 minutes to go.
Coach is signaling Nick to slow the game down here. No need to push the pace right now.
Grant Gaylor giving it to Trayvon.
Carpenter with the ball on the wing, takes it out to Kindig for another 3. Get in there.
Oh, let's go, Nick! Keep it going! 6 points for Kindig.
I love that guy. I love that guy. He's a great presence in the locker room for the Pilots. Leadership off the bench, always knows the heads-up play to make.
And he fouled him. That was not the head-up play to make.
Actually, saved an easy basket. A little bit of a size mismatch on Covington there, so Nick just came in and slapped him. That makes it 85-54 game. 2.5 minutes left here to go, and the bench will clear out completely for the Pilots. Tanner Shepard, Will Stevie, and Kyle Thompson will all check in here.
If you want to know the story about Tanner Shepard, it's the same story we told you about Nick Kindig. Same exact thing. Walked on to the JV team, came up last year, and now is getting some chance to play this year. So great for both those guys, and Will Stevie and Kyle Thompson. Big impact again in practice, and great to see them get some playing time as well.
Yeah. And these were highly recruited high school prospects who just haven't gotten off the bench as much for the Pilots as maybe originally expected, but hopefully we'll get to see a little bit more of them this year as they develop.
My guess would be this is who you'll see for the final 222 of this one.
But yeah, going back to Tanner Shepard, him and Kindig are actually roommates. Spend a lot of time together, walked on from the JV team together. Great to see them out there. And teammates in high school, I believe.
Tanner and Clay were teammates in high school.
That's right.
Nick never got the chance to play with them until he got here. But hey, why not?
3.
Oh my goodness!
Who is this guy?
Nick Kindig, throw him up! Oh yeah!
He's pumped up.
Racks home a 3!
The student section loves it.
Keep shooting.
Might as well. He's 3 for 3. Kindig is also listed at 6 foot.
Yeah, folks, that definitely is the home roster helping him out on that one.
Yeah, if he's 5'10",
he'll be happy.
Yeah. 6 foot in his basketball shoes, maybe.
And gets called for the foul there.
What a great shooter.
Oh yeah, lights out.
Threes. Oh my gosh.
But doesn't take bad shots. Like
No.
You called him a game manager. That's exactly what he is. He wants to set everybody else up first. But if he gets an open shot, he's going to take it. And more times than not, he'll make it. Brad Hunt making his second free throw, and Will Stevie gets it into Nick Kindig.
And really, this is not an unathletic lineup here for the Pilots. Will Stevie can fly.
Oh yeah.
Trayvon Covington can get out and run with just about anybody, and turnover by
there.
Nick. Yeah. Bolenbacher with the ball.
Tanner gets it right back. Oh, heads up. Here we go. Trayvon! 2 hands for safety! Trayvon Covington!
With a little swing on the rim there just for the fans. Just what I'm talking about, how explosive.
You're not going to see someone at 6 foot do that.
That's crazy.
That's not natural.
And Red Wolves cannot convert their offensive rebound there. Let's set it back up again. That's nuts.
KT now trying to take care of Niehoff, who gets it out to Salinas for 3 off the front of the iron, and Tanner
Rebound.
ends up with it.
Yeah, okay. Come on, Nick, do it again.
Nick trying to get the ball to Trayvon. That is so deep. Oh my gosh! That's not right!
Oh, Trayvon, that's crazy. He's 38 feet out, 40 feet out.
Oh my goodness. That shouldn't happen.
Just buried it. That's video game land right there.
And the Pilots have rolled out oh my, he just buried the rim there, Josh Sullen. The Pilots, though, when they inbound this, it should be the final 22 off the clock.
My goodness.
A 37-point lead.
What a great way to end the game, though. Dunk by Trayvon, super deep three from Trayvon, couple from Nick. That's crazy. These guys can play.
You want a definition of a statement victory? You bring the number 10 team into your house and you put up 37 points as your margin of victory. That is what it has been today. 93-56 your final. Let me tell you folks, number 22 is looking a lot better than number 22.
Yeah, you have to think single digits at this point. Undefeated still. I mean, we'll see how they do against some other conference opponents, and may not end up being a single digit ranking, but I'd like to think so.
We'll see. Just a week and a half until conference play, and I'll tell you what, the Pilots are playing their best basketball at the right time.
Yeah, and the first ranked team they've played this season came out and stomped them, really.
They almost 40 ball the visiting IU East Red Wolves. Again, your final 93-56 as we see this tradition that's ongoing. The Pilot players getting right into the middle of the student section. They were fired up all day, and why not, especially with the display we saw there at the end. Again, Pilots, big W here today, big statement. We'll be back with you for the start of conference play. Mount Vernon coming in November 24th. That will be a big one for Connor Klingbeil. I'm Ethan Klein on the Bethel Sports Network. Thanks for joining us.
See ya.